is like, your connection is shit. And then immediate, it's like, your connection is good. 5 stars. I'm like, what
Yo,
the fuck?
automatically.
Habs is
It's like
confused.
as soon, and it will
So,
let you know too. It'll be like, yo,
anywho,
your connection is bad, and then it's
are you
good.
coming, Dot King? I see that you're here, but you're
I hear him.
saying nothing.
Oh, I hear him fine and dandy.
Say something, Dot King.
Oh, you don't hear
I
me, do
don't know.
you?
I don't know why she can't hear you. I can hear you, Ace. I can hear Jackie. I don't know why Jackie can't hear me.
Sounds like Jackie's connection really is bad.
Yeah.
Nope, I can hear you both. Just so you know, I just wanted to sit here and listen to you talk about how I couldn't hear you.
Oh, okay. Good cover story. Keep playing that one.
And I mean, I literally heard you. I can hear you. I don't know why you can hear me. Oh, did you see me? Yeah, I heard that. Anywho, so, welcome, Dot King. How are you?
Yo, what up?
Power come back yet or no?
It's like a thing. Duke Energy. Duke Energy is
thing.
Duke Energy's doing the best that they can. They wanted me to know that they appreciate our relationship that we have with them, and they hope and continue that we continue using them. Which to me, I don't know what other energy provider there is other than Duke over here. So I'm like, yo, I feel like you guys have the monopoly, and you telling me that was like mad disrespectful. Like, oh, you could go somewhere else. Where? Where can I go? Huh? Can I make my own energy? Like, am I Tony fucking Stark? And then, like, as I'm dealing with this, and my mom not understanding that it's a blackout, and she's like, "Oh, just call the energy company." And I'm like, "Nah, ma, it's a blackout. Like, there's a bunch of storms. It happens. Like, it just happens." She goes, "No, you have to call them." And then my dad's like putting the battery on her back. Like, yeah, tell them to call them. We pay. We pay our taxes. This isn't fair. This is not right. And then all this American shit. When Trump was in office, this wasn't happening to us. And I was like, oh my God. And then after that, I go on my phone and Jackie's like, yo, go outside. What? What the fuck? I was like, oh, thanks, Jackie. Let me just go outside. That will fix all my problems.
You're getting it from every angle.
Oh, man.
I love it.
But yeah,
but we're glad you're here, Dot King.
I hate you all.
I
know. Look, Wi-Fi is on. We're good. I love you all. I'm just here to. I came here honestly for the support and love and respect and condolences to Battlestar. 100%.
We haven't gotten her yet.
Oh, my bad. Man, it's been like a whole hour.
Come in and jump
what
to
are
the
you,
end.
Yeah, what are you guys doing? Like,
well, the first 20 minutes we were just talking about you.
That's
funny. Where we came up with the name Dot King. I did. It was me.
I was about to say nothing. We know. That was all her.
So where did that come from? I don't get it. Dot King. What is that?
Because it takes you forever to type a response. So when you're texting us, all we see is dot. Yo,
I swear. Sometimes I'll be texting and then I'll get like another notification and I'm like, all right, let me check that real quick.
He gets sidetracked.
And I get all the time, yo. And I even like, yo, I'm that dude. Like, it's in that one movie. It's called the Dick Around move, where like I'll show up to the airport like 2 hours earlier than your flight, and I'll be like, all right, let me go hang out around since I'm here mad early. And I'm that dude that I would still show up late to the airport even though I was there 2 hours early. Like,
so what you're saying is you have ADHD. Okay.
Oh, dramatically.
Dramatically. Okay, so where we were was Zemo was stepping on the vials, and Shithead America had just picked up one and was talking with Battlestar about, would you take one? And Battlestar was like, yeah, because you're cool, yo. You're a good dude. And Shithead America was like, yeah, I should take one because I'm awesome. And
you're greedy, fucking jealous individuals. You
Yep.
want to talk about the earlier when we were talking about the whole supremacist concept? No, that doesn't necessarily fall in with Kylie. Don't get me wrong. I get it. I can see that point of view. It's more Cap, the shit Cap, whatever you want to call him, than it is Kylie on the supremacist point of view.
Kind of though, because she did have that by any means necessary attitude.
She did. She had the by any means necessary attitude, but that's not necessarily labeled to just supremacists.
True, but okay, so where Sam's coming at it from is they remember when they were like everybody was leaving when Sam was coming through. They have a very us versus them mentality. And eventually, when you're all super soldiers, that us versus them does lend to a supremacist ideal.
I don't think the us versus them is more the supremacist ideal as it is the us versus anything government. Wow, who is blowing my eardrum?
I think that was Sage.King.
It's me. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm dealing with
King.
things.
Sage.King.
Can I just be Dot Sage? Can I just be Dot Sage? I don't want to be a king. It's a lot of responsibilities.
It's a lot of responsibilities. A lot of responsibility over the dots, guys. Responsibility over the dots.
Yeah, for real.
It's a lot of dots to keep track of. You can't even put dots in a sentence.
Yo,
You don't put periods for shit.
Yo, what if a dot goes missing? Then it's my fault. Then I'm the racist dot because it's gonna be a black dot, right? So boom, the black dot's missing. Nah, I'm racist because all my white dots are fine. Nah, I'm not cool with that,
Okay, Ace,
bro.
what are you going to be? So we started with me being homophobic, and now the Dot King is racist. So what's your ism?
Oh my goodness gracious.
She's Satanism. Isn't that her thing?
No, like you got to have an ist or an ism, homophobic,
He meant what?
sexist, racist.
He missed it about you being homophobic, allegedly.
Why?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
It happened
On Twitter.
The tweeter deemed her homophobic.
Bro,
all over this
Tweeter?
episode. All over this
Yep.
episode.
Yeah.
The first 5 minutes of this episode.
No, it wasn't this episode. It was of the last episode.
Oh, when you posted it last episode?
Bro,
Over like a
did
2-minute scene.
Yes,
did we
the very end
call
of last episode.
did we call John Walker the F word?
What? Oh no! It took me a minute to realize what F word. I'm like, fuck! I say that all the time. Like, what?
No, yeah,
It
nah.
legit took me a minute to realize what you were talking about.
What do you mean?
No,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, that F word. Okay.
Yeah, the word we can't say, really,
No,
Oh, she didn't call him a
even-
cigarette.
What?
Oh,
Did you
like,
say swallow a cigarette? Don't swallow.
No,
a
I said
cigarette.
no,
That's
she
not-
didn't call him a cigarette.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought she-
I mean, like, like my friends call him that. They call him Cigarette America, I guess. That's
Okay,
if
don't
we're
do
gonna use
that.
That's not. I
No,
mean,
you
I
know
don't
what?
call him that, but that's what they
That's
hate him.
offensive to the LGBTQ community. Don't call him that.
Like, yo, we don't want him.
Right?
We don't want him. Don't
I don't want
give
him in
us
my
him.
community. I'm good. No.
Damn, yo, they take everybody, yo. So when they don't want you, bro, that's bad. They took extra queers, like, like that's an extra thing. Like, yo, they really didn't like John Walker.
Okay, so I found it. Okay, so
Finally found it.
yep. So some chick said, "Reminder that Ayo is canonically a lesbian," and she was like, "Some people have been shipping she and Bucky," and I was like, "It's me. I'm some people." And then this chick responded, "This feels homophobic. She's literally a lesbian. Like you're replying to a tweet about her being a lesbian with you saying you ship her with the man. Gross." And I said, "It's not homophobic. The comics don't directly transfer to the MCU. Also, this is fiction. We can ship whoever we want. People ship Steve and Bucky, and they're both straight." And
Who the hell said Io's a lesbian,
Well, she apparently is in the comics.
apparently in the comics,
bro?
So then, like,
Red
so that was,
Skull's
like-
evil in the comics. In the movies, he's like, I don't know, one of those people from Harry Potter that watched the prison. like, like, bro.
Harry Potter that watched the prison. Okay.
Nah,
I
y'all
love
know
it.
who I'm talking about, though. Those people that Harry be like, Expecto Patronum, and they like
Oh my
go
God.
away. That was, yo, does he look like that? Like, why are
The
we
sad
focusing?
thing is, I know who you're talking about. I know who you're
Why are
talking
we
about.
focusing on the comics, bro? Like, this is the cinematic universe. I thought they had a whole
Right?
talk about that already.
Right? Okay, so then, like, several days later, after I said my part, like I think it was yesterday. It was yesterday. Yesterday, she hits me up with LGBTQ plus people don't get much representation in media and currently in the MCU. Representation is almost, and currently in the MCU, representation is almost non-existent. Ignoring that or trying to take away that representation is homophobic. Like, just say you're homophobe and go, honey. Also, it's extra gross because lesbians specifically are often told that they're only a lesbian so they can get men's attention, or they haven't found the right man, or
Oh
this man can
my
fix her.
god.
Shipping lesbians with men is literally homophobic. How do you not
When
get
was
that?
she a lesbian in the MCU yet, though? That's
All
my
Never.
problem.
She was never a lesbian in the MCU. Also, the comic that they're pointing to that shows her being a lesbian, again, she is a lesbian with Okoye, who in the MCU is not a lesbian because she has a dude. Just saying.
So I just want people to understand that we're not against Io being a lesbian. And I feel like people are not understanding we're not against or like thinking like she'll never be a lesbian. It's just that and we're not pushing Bucky to Io because we don't want her to be gay. It's just they have a connection. Like it's
Right.
you can see like
Exactly.
that first scene where she's saying the numbers and Bucky's restraining and she's like, "Yo, you're free." Even how she says it, she's like, "Yo, you're free." You know, like she understands how to be free. You know, she like from a black standpoint, she understands what it means to be in bondage. So from telling someone that's free from that's also
Actually,
in
she
bondage.
doesn't because remember, Wakanda is the one place where that never happened.
Oh, oh, so she has black privilege.
Yes, she actually does. Because
Actually,
Oh.
yes,
remember,
there is a such thing
Wakanda,
as black privilege.
yeah,
Wakanda is
Wakanda
black people. It
managed
is
to
black
skip.
privilege.
Yeah, Wakanda managed to skip colonialism altogether. That's why Killmonger was so adamant about helping everybody else. Because he was like, you bitches just pretended to be a poor country so that everybody would leave you the fuck alone, while the rest of Africa got colonized and had their resources raped from them. And you're just sitting here with all the, like, literally the best resources in the world, and you're
Yeah.
keeping it from everybody. So that's why he was like, no, we're sending out the war dogs to try to take back the diaspora.
No, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, I'm
Yeah.
not, like,
Oh
Killmonger
yeah.
wasn't a villain. But
I forgot.
just saying.
I forgot that. Yeah, like Wakandians, they didn't really suffer. Yeah, they didn't suffer at all. So
No.
yeah, but either way, but they had a bond. They had a bond regardless, and that's
Yes.
why it
She's the
makes
one who
sense.
helped him get free.
Yeah, like
And
so.
literally,
I
that's all it's based on is a bond.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
it. Not because we're homophobic or because, and even if they don't become together, right? Because the MCU does that. Like they'll push people together almost, and then it'll never happen. So, but I
Yeah.
would love for them to still be cool though. Like I would love for that bond to still be there and it grows.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're up to the next time we see AO in this episode. And poor Bucky. That's all I can say. Okay. So I love how this episode starts. So we're sitting there, we're talking with Zemo and Sam and Bucky, and Zemo is doing the whole, speech about, the serum is corrupting and blah blah blah. And he asks Sam, he's like, honest question, if the government offered you a chance to take the serum, would you take it? And Sam immediately says no. And Zemo's like, didn't even hesitate. And Sam's basically like, I don't need it. It's no big deal. So then he's like, huh, maybe you, like, Zemo's kind of looking at him like, maybe you are Captain America. Okay. So then,
Yeah,
and I love how in this conversation about superhero serum, they leave Bucky completely out of it because he never had any agency. He was never given the choice as to whether he wanted to have the serum. It was forcefully injected into him
yeah.
when he was captured in World War II.
You
And
mean like the military's always done? Please continue.
yeah, well, this time it was the Nazis. It was
Yeah.
Hydra that did it to him.
I know.
And then later on, when he did all the bad things under the serum, he was being mind controlled. And ever since he became not mind controlled, with the exception of that little brawl in Madripoor, he's been a really okay dude.
He's
Like,
tried
I
to.
can't say-
He's not necessarily good or bad. He's okay. My example that I would use comic book wise that I can think of off the top of my head, he's like Gambit. He's not necessarily good or bad. He's just there and he's going to do what it needs to be done or what he feels to me needs to be done. And if it ends up being something that could be portrayed as bad, man, fuck it. At least he's still being true.
I see him as like comic book wise, like Bucky. Yeah,
Well,
because
see, I didn't read those comics. I'm not gonna lie,
yeah.
I didn't read these comics.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because Bucky, yeah, fun fact. I don't know if I've mentioned this before or not, but it turns out Bucky is the one who killed Wolverine. Like, you know how Wolverine's backstory
Yeah,
is that he had a
he killed
wife?
Wolverine's wife. Yeah.
Yeah, wife and a kid, and that was Bucky. So then Wolverine gets his memory back, and he's like, "You motherfucker!" and he comes after him.
Yeah, I remember you
And
talking about this because you're like, I wonder if they'll bring him in, and then this will be like when they start combining the X-Men thing.
I don't think they're just gonna jump and be like Wolverine. Like they're not gonna.
No,
I think they're gonna like grandfather us in a little bit. So you still there, Dot King?
Yes,
It
I'm
looked like
here.
you dropped and then came. Okay,
I'm here.
why you don't? You sound so enthusiastic.
I'm sorry. I know I'm here. I'm very happy. I'm actually mourning. You know.
Stop the morning. Stop the morning. Hold the
We're not
morning.
there
Pause
yet.
the morning.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
We're still in the evening, so chill out.
We're still in the evening. The fuck.
So okay, so this is probably my favorite scene in this entire episode. So well, okay, shithead America comes in and he's like, guys, I'm here for Zemo, and Falcon and Bucky are like, no. And he's like, okay, but like we totally need to go get Carly, and like he let her go, and they were like, no, your dumbass let her go. I was talking to her, and then you had to come and fuck shit up. And then in the middle of this conversation, guess who shows up?
Wait. It's before.
What?
Wait, I gotta bring up one thing that was said before they showed up.
Okay.
When he told Shit Cap, his shield or no shield, the only thing you're running in here is your mouth.
Yes. And it,
That was my
because
favorite line in the entire episode.
dumbass was like, you want me to put the shield down and make it official? And like very much like Batroc, which remember, Batroc was the bad guy. So he's like, hey, look at that. And Sam was like, well, if you don't get the fuck out of it, like, understand you are not a super soldier. I can take your ass. I don't need Bucky or his arm. I will take your ass. I will spank your ass like a newborn. But anyway, so
Going down that hole again, Jackie.
I'm just saying he could handle him. So shithead America was like, but I'm Cap. And then you hear the drums and it's like, oh, shit's getting real. Because the homegirls have shown up. The Dora Milaje show up. And I love how like the Dora Milaje show up and Bucky's just like, well, this is over.
It's been fun while it lasted.
It was fun. We're done now. And Sam's like, yep, I guess so.
Like, oh, you want to fuck with somebody? There you go. Fuck with them. Have fun.
But I love how Zemo's just like sipping tea in the back, just like
the whole time, just sipping.
We're gonna watch this play out. Because of course, the dumbass turns around and he's like, hi, I'm Captain America. And they were like, we don't give any flying fucks. Get out of our way, white boy. And he was like, but I'm Cap. And they were like, okay. You're annoying the shit out of us. We're just gonna end you. So with one
like
move,
the part where they're like sitting there, they're telling you, do you know who these people are? Do you realize who it is that you're trying to stand up to right now? They're like, well, they have no jurisdiction here, bitch. We got jurisdiction wherever the fuck we land. So with that being said,
right, and that's the thing. So I've seen a lot of people give pushback on that because like Jeremy Johns was like, yo, if they think that, then aren't they just like Carly and the Flag Smashers? No. Here's why. Because with Wakanda, since they actually are a sovereign nation, they give diplomatic immunity to all of the people. So like all their watchdogs, their spies, they all technically have diplomatic immunity. Just like the Dora Milaje. So when she said our jurisdiction is wherever we find ourselves, she was correct.
Yep.
So maybe don't fuck with her. so so yeah. So and Thomas Lau said Bucky knew what time it was. He didn't want the smoke. No, he didn't. Because he was like, you know what? These women are the only women that I feel completely safe with. Because
they also the only ones that can beat that man's ass.
exactly, because he knows they could beat his ass.
Yeah,
Even with the arm.
yeah, they've must have fucked up. Like, like they must have gone through trial and error trying to decode his ass. So
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like because
like he must have gotten
yeah.
crazy and they must have fucked him up and he must have came to. He was like, "Ah, shit, my arm is stabbed. What happened to my robotic arm? Oh, damn."
Well, okay, so you would think that they didn't give him the arm. Actually, we know that because he didn't get the arm until Infinity War.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he didn't get the arm until after he was already deprogrammed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he was just like going crazy with one arm. But still, like with that, he's still a super soldier.
Yeah.
A lot of people forget that. He is a super soldier. But that does not matter to the Dora Milaje. Because they're like, super what? Sit your ass down. And they were like, okay.
Say that one more time, super, huh? Say that again.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna be super splattered if you keep talking that shit. So so dumbass America has to learn this the hard way. And I love how Sam and Bucky are like, you don't want this. And he was like, I got this. I'm Captain White Boy. And they were like,
Captain White Boy,
sit your ass down. And he was like, and with one move, because he had the nerve to call their spears pointy sticks, and she was like, okay,
I'm gonna show you a pointy stick. Hold up.
Let me take care of you real quick. So in one move, she nails he and the shield to a table.
That was my favorite thing. I was like, and pin to the table.
And he's just sitting there like dumbfounded, like, I didn't even see what happened. Like, what's going on? I loved it. And then, of course, Lamar jumps into action like, that's my buddy. And the chick next to him was like, kaplink. And they just like...
Mind you, the whole time, Falcon and Bucky are just sitting there watching. You got Zemo still sipping his tea.
In the back, sipping his tea, taking one step back at a time. Bucky and Sam are just standing there watching. And finally, Sam goes, you think you ought to help him? And Bucky's like, hey, you're doing great, John. I love it.
Hang in there, buddy. You got this.
Oh, that was great. And I was like, please don't help him. Please don't. I don't want you to help him. I want him to get his ass kicked.
The minute somebody was about to die, they jumped in.
Yeah, unfortunately. So I think it was they weren't gonna kill Dumbass, they were gonna kill Lamar. And so like that's when Bucky just grabs the spear with his hand. And this my poor James. My poor James. Io was like, what did you just do to me? Like, she had very much that Black Mother look of like, I know you did not just touch my spear. And she does dim mock on his ass. Clink, clank, arm down.
She emasculated him.
He looked up like, damn, it's like that? And she was like, yeah, bitch, be glad that's all I did. And moved on and started, doing some other shit. And it was so funny just because the look on Bucky's face. And then he picks up the arm, reattaches it, and she raped his manhood. He picked up the arm, reattaches it, and Sam walks over like, did you know they could do that?
Lesson learned.
But I think he did know that they could do that, though, because he attached it easily himself. So I feel like that's like all she did was like tapped in the combination to dislocate his arm. I think that look was because he didn't think she would.
I don't know. But you got me wanting to go rewind again and see if he said something.
Nah, he said
he never said anything.
Yeah,
I could have sworn he said no.
Yeah, he goes, did you know that? And then he pops it in. He goes, no. Like, fuck. Like, yeah.
By the way, that move that he does when he like cranks his arm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let me guess, it gave you the chills. Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's
She's like, yo, that time in the shower.
Shut up.
It's like, yo.
Oh my god, you were wrong. So they go after Zemo. The Dormelage, like after handling all those suckers, go after Zemo, and they're like, "That fool's gone." Okay, and sure enough, he has pulled the Super Mario, and he's in the pipes now. Doop doop doop. And so they're like,
Sorry.
I knew one of you was gonna do it. I was waiting to see
Ba-dum,
which one.
ba-dum, ba-dum. I'm sorry, we should be in the tunnels. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Yeah, because
Ba-dum,
he went
dun, dun,
underground.
dun, 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 dun.
So the Dora Milaje just kind of give Bucky a look like motherfucker, and then they fuck off. And the best look of all, because after he because dumbass gets free, and as soon as he gets free, they essentially just take the spear back. Like he kind of yanks it out. And as soon as he yanks it out, like one of the women just takes it out and just beats shit out of him with it. And that's when they're about to kill him, and then they were like, no, 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 and then Sam and Bucky jump in. But even after Sam and Bucky jump in, they don't kill him, but they just spank his ass like the bad boy that he was, and he's just sitting there broken. Like, you thought Bucky looked hurt that Io disengaged his arm. John Walker is sitting on the ground wishing he was Whiskey, because that fool got his ego slapped. Oh my god, the look on his face when he was just like, they weren't even super soldiers. I was
Bro,
like,
I heard in his head, like I felt like in his head he kept saying, "But I'm Captain America."
right?
But I'm,
Because that's what he keeps
but
saying.
I'm, but I'm Captain America.
But I'm Cap.
And then like
And
I
you
love
on your ass, aren't you?
I love that scene when the lady was like, "Yo," and he's sitting there talking to Battlestar, and he's like, "Yo, you think we're doing the right thing or whatever?" And then like the girl comes, gets an autograph. Oh my god, I was like, bro, like he didn't even enjoy that shit. He was like, "Yeah, thank you." Like he knew, like, yo, I'm not the real Cap. I'm a I'm a bum.
And to Ben. Oh.
So, you know what this fool did next. We don't even have to say it. You know what he did. So, now we're on Sam's sister. She gets a phone call. You hear Carly. Carly done call Sam's sister.
She done went ahead and just brought in the sister.
So she tells the sister, look, I believe your brother. I think he's genuine. But I'm gonna kill that motherfucker if he brings him back again. And so I'm gonna give you location, tell your brother to meet me there. So
No, I didn't feel like that was what that conversation was. I felt like that conversation was, I either have to kill Sam now or trust him as an ally. So I'm gonna call his sister and let me get a temperature check out of his sister.
no, I was talking when I said that she's gonna have to kill him. I'm not talking about Sam. I'm talking about shit in America. That's why she wanted him to show
Oh
up
yeah, yeah,
alone.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah,
That's why
okay,
she's like,
okay,
no,
yeah,
I need to talk to Sam, because if he brings that asshole again, I'm gonna kill him.
yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
So, but this time I love how, even though in the beginning when dumbass America was like, you're gonna let your partner get me like that. This time when Sam was like, okay, I'm gonna go alone. Bucky is like, the fuck you are.
Yeah, he was like, the fuck?
He's just like, I'm coming with you. So these two are partners whether they want to be or not. Like, they clearly don't want to be, but Bucky is like, no, I got your back.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, so Sam calls. I almost called her Emily because that's her real name, but oh goddamn, not her real name. Her real name's Emily Van Camp, but she used to be Agent 13. Sharon Carter. There we go. He calls Sharon Carter and he's like, yo, I know how you're not CIA anymore, but maybe you actually are. So do you have any like way you can keep an eye on John Walker? Because that motherfucker keeps just showing up and just wrecking shit. So if you could tell me where he is ahead of time so he doesn't fuck shit up, I would really appreciate it. And she's like, got you. So she puts a satellite on his ass.
Yeah, oh, no. We're not gonna go past that. But she was like, "Yeah, I got a satellite." First of
Yes.
all, who the fuck just has a satellite? You know how much
Anybody
is
who's CIA.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, yo, you're definitely a CIA, and you just blew up your whole cover. Like, there's no way you're like, I don't care. I don't care if you sell the Mona Lisa. and you flip that shit for double its worth, that's still not enough to get a fucking satellite orbiting where the world isn't shutting it down.
By the way, this whole like flipping like original paintings, apparently that is a CIA tactic.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think
Hmm.
she's still CIA. Because it's not like the CIA would tell you that they're still CIA
No,
if she
yeah,
was undercover.
CIAs do that to get money in the black market.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they
So
fund
that's
most of the
what to
projects.
me
Yeah.
like the I don't so a lot of people are thinking that she's the power broker. I think the mystery thing is that she's technically still CIA. That the CIA actually did bring her back and this is her cover.
Yeah, I like that.
So she puts a satellite on dumbass and then Bucky and Falcon. Oh, okay, so Bucky and I'll say Bucky and Falcon because I don't want to call Bucky Winter Soldier because he's not the Winter Soldier anymore. But Sam, when I make the distinction between Sam and Falcon, that's Sam as in like the man, just in civilians, and then when he's Falcon, he's got the uniform. So he's like in Avengers mode. So Falcon and Bucky show up to talk to Carly, and she has that conversation like you just said, like are like I believe you and we're cool. I need you to do one of two things. Either join us or don't stop us because I don't want to kill you. And there's one scene before this where she was talking to because like they got a text from the power broker and the power broker's like, yo, where's my shit, bitch? I'm coming for your ass. And they were like, yo, like the other flag smashers were like, dude, we can't fight two wars at the same time because that's what happened to Hitler. And like that shit, you lose. So, so she was like, I have a plan. We need to separate them. And so she makes the call to Sam's sister, which also is like, how did she get Sam's sister's number? She knew that Sam had a sister, but how did she get her number? And how did
Not
she
only
know
that, she knew about the kids and everything.
exactly? I was just about to say, how did she know about the shrimp business or the shipping that they were doing and the business they were starting and her kids' names and where they were? Because she mentioned like the front porch, like where the kids were. So, like, she's got some ties too. I'm just saying. Homegirl's got some ends.
Well, I mean, they've got a huge network that's been helping them, so somebody in that network obviously had those capabilities.
Right. So, so they go like she meets Sam or she meets Falcon and Bucky, and she accidentally plays her hand, and Sam figures out that it's she did want to talk to him, but it's also to separate them from John Walker so that the other flag smashers could kill John Walker because she is alone. And of course, I love when Bucky just shows up with Sam, like, yo, we're together, like, fuck it. And she's like, you didn't come alone. And he doesn't even address it. He's just like, what do you want? Like, yo, my vibranium arm dude, like he's staying with me. So like, what's up? And that's when they realize like, oh shit, she's gonna kill, like the other flag smashers are gonna kill dumbass. And they were like, look, we can't stand this dude and we might kill him ourselves, but we're gonna go save his life. So they fly up. So when he realizes that, he calls Agent Carter and is like, okay, where's the dumbass? I have to go save his life.
No, she called him. She called him and told him.
Yeah. So so he was more pissed that she called his sister. Yes, he was very pissed that she called his sister, which is why he was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So and she's like, no, I would never hurt your sister. I just wanted to make sure you came alone, and here you are with Bucky. Well, you threatened his sister, bitch. And so of course now there's a race to get to Johnny Walker Red, and shit's about to go wrong. So the first thing we notice is Johnny Walker Black and Battlestar are going up. No, Johnny Walker Black is like a good one. So Walmart Johnny Walker is
Walmart Johnny Walker.
it's going up the stairs with Battlestar.
Was he in the clearance aisle? Was he in the clearance aisle though?
Yes, clearance aisle. So clearance aisle Cap is going through this this area where I don't know. I think they got a message that the Flag Smashers were there or something. And Battlestar's going ahead of him. And, Battlestar's got his gun out and he's, a few paces behind. And you hear things. You hear like crashing things. And he's like, yo, homeboy, are you there? No response.
Took the black dude first.
What?
So they took the black dude first.
Yes. So, he went in first. So, of course, he sent the black dude first because, even though, as we find out literally 10 seconds later, dude's been juicing because he goes to fight some dudes and he throws the shield and the shield sticks in the wall. Homeboy's roided up. He's taken the serum. That's the first indicator that he took the serum. And then he stands in the hallway, like breaks the door. He stands in the hallway. And while he's standing in the hallway, you can see he's feeling different because the serum is starting to affect him. Because remember, the serum like fucks with you because even the Flag Smashers were like, yeah, when we took the serum, like it fucked us up for like a while and we could feel it like burning in our veins. And so he's like, he stops and he's like kind of feeling that, right? And then he goes on his rampage and he's like, knocking bitches out. And so he goes to fight someone and they take a pipe and they go to swing it at him and he catches it and bends the pipe. And that is the moment that Sam and Falcon, Falcon and Bucky show up and they're like, motherfucker, you took the serum. And Sam goes up to him and is like, you son of a bitch. And Homeboy is just like, they got Battlestar. So they go up and like, through this battle that like, okay, yeah, Homeboy has taken the serum because he's doing like, he's running faster. He's taking hits and recovering. And then at one point he jumps out of a window and lands on top of a car in hero pose. And I'm like, okay, even Cap didn't land like that. Cap always landed with the shield down and he tucked himself in to like get, to cause the least amount of damage. This motherfucker lands in hero pose. And I'm like, you are not Captain America. Stop it. Anywho, so they go, he tries to find Battlestar. They take Battlestar and they've beaten him. And then they throw him up against like a post or something. Oh no, actually they just throw him, they've beaten him and he kind of comes to and they knock him out. And by the way, you were wrong because I rewatched the original time they beat him. There is blood in his mouth.
There isn't when he wakes up.
Maybe not when he wakes up, but so it's probably just a continuity error. But when they first beat him, when they go to tie him up, there is blood in his mouth because they beat him first and then they tie him up and they leave him face down. And what they were really doing was they were like, okay, we got this dude first. We'll tie him up. And then they were going to kill Walmart Captain America. And, but Walmart Captain America's been juicing. He's on the roids now. And they're like, what the fuck? And so he is like coming after them, beating them back and everything. And now Bucky and Sam are in there and, fight. Battlestar ends up, he comes to again while they're all fighting. And he is able to, because they have his hands tied behind his back, he's able to get into the boot of his uniform and he gets out his knife and he cuts himself free. And after he cuts himself free, he ends up joining the fight right as Carly was about to kill Johnny Walker Dumbass. Right as she's about to do it, he jumps in and stops her. And so instead, she punches him. She punches him so hard, she knocks his ass across the room into a pillar and he slumps over.
Okay, yo, I'm gonna call you out because I just played this scene twice.
Oh, here we go.
The scene where he gets knocked out and then they go ahead and they take the zip ties to him. There's no blood, woman. None.
No, before that, before they tie him down, that's what I'm
talking about. When they first drag him in the room and she punches him in the face to knock him out. There's no blood. None.
There's blood in his mouth.
Nope. I watched it twice.
I get it. He's a black dude. There's blood.
There's no blood. I looked at it.
You're
Twice
just
now.
colorblind because he's dark, you colorist. Anyhow.
let me not. I'm not gonna do this with you on the air, coming from the lightest fucking black person I have ever met in my life.
Did y'all hear that? She said she wasn't gonna do it, and then she immediately did it.
I
Like
don't know what you're talking
immediately,
about.
didn't even take a breath. No period of the sentence, and then just did it.
No blood. I'm on it for the 4th time now. No blood.
Y'all say I'm obsessed, but okay.
Yeah, because I love proving you wrong. I feel good when I finally prove you wrong on shit, okay? It's rare. Let me have my moments.
I have conceded nothing. So
You don't have to. I'm still right. There's no blood.
anywho, so Carly threw homeboy, like she punched him and like knocked him across the thing, and he ends up hitting a pillar just the right angle and falls down and then slumps over.
All right, Elias, now you can start your morning.
Yes.
My dude, Battlestar, bro, they ended him, man. I didn't want him to go out that way, bro. I told y'all I liked him. I thought he wasn't that bad. I understood him. He wasn't a bad dude. He was just trying to get bitches. And I thought that was cool. I was like, bro, he what? Bro, you heard his answer. I was like, bro, I know. When he said that, she was like, nah, bro, yeah, I'll get the serum. I'll get all the ladies. I was like, I know, bro. I know that's what you want. I know you're doing this for the fame, bro. I respect that, bro. You just trying to be rich, man. You're a black dude. Probably came from the hood. You know, you want to be something dope.
Wait, he came from the hood because he's a black dude? Racist.
Probably. I bet you. I bet you he wasn't in no fucking suburbs. There's not one black person in the MCU besides all the Wakandians that have a luscious life. Every black person in America is struggling. Look at Sam. He's
shit.
He's black. He's an Avenger, and he's not even that important because he's black. And I'm actually surprised cancel culture hasn't hopped on that. But yeah, like yo, like it's mad hard. Like yo, and they just like yo, they ended his ass, bro. Then how they killed him was mad wild.
This
like,
fool just made every black person in America poor. Like what the shit?
Not me, Kevin Feige.
It was you,
Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige. I know mad rich black people in my world. In the MCU world, I don't know.
I don't even think you know more than 2 black people.
No, that's impossible.
And I'm only saying that because you're talking to 2.
Nah, that's literally impossible.
No.
Growing up in the Bronx,
1.5.
Okay,
that's true. That is true. Wait, so
I still say he doesn't. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Who you?
Anyhow,
is you, Jackie? I just want to know, like, Ace Japanese.
She's not. I've explained this to you. She is not Japanese.
Bro,
she was born in Japan, but she's not Japanese.
I don't care what you say, bro. She could have been born in Australia, and her mom popped her out, and she flew to Japan and landed there. Japanese.
Like she's still not Japanese.
Nah,
like 19 times I've explained this.
You can't deny her heritage because she's black. That's racist. How dare you? Because now because she's black, she can't be Japanese. That's messed up. Ace, honey.
How does your mind work?
I don't know.
She's black and Italian, you nincompoop.
Now she's Italian. Wow. Yo,
no, not now. Ever since 1983. Okay.
We can't let our sisters breathe anymore, man.
Oh my.
We always
First of all, you're Puerto Rican. Who are you sisters to?
Yo, we gotta free our sisters. VOP. We gotta do something about this. Yeah, anyway, back to my thing, how they killed my man.
Yeah, you just had to stop and be racist for a minute, but go ahead.
My man Battlestar, they did him vicious, bro. Like they threw him. First of all, I don't really understand how he kind of really died. I'm just assuming that they threw him so hard, his body crumbled on the inside.
Because they're super soldiers.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
Force of a super soldier.
By the way,
him into that stone pillar.
By the way, this is canon. If Steve Rogers were to either punch or kick you as hard as he could, it would kill you.
100%.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
He crushed his entire body, and what made me mad thinking was that this dude that's a super soldier knows how strong he is because he just threw his fucking shield into a brick wall. And he's like, yo, come on. Then he checks his pulse, and he's like, come on, get up. And he knows. You just checked his pulse, bro. He's dead. Bro, go kill her. What are you
So
doing?
okay, I have to read Ace's tweet about or message about this. So she's like, he took it. Never would have guessed. Okay, seriously though, the one sleeve metal arm look is really hot. Yeah, I know. Okay, hello,
Oh,
hello,
how
Winter
do we go
Soldier,
back? Yes,
buddy's
yes,
mine,
I
bitch.
get it.
Back all the way up
Long
off of him. Oh,
long
don't be
showers,
jealous,
arm
Elias.
rips. I
Don't
get it.
be jealous.
I'm not jealous. First of all,
You
I don't
are.
want.
You're
I don't.
mad jealous,
If I
as you
ever
would
had a
say.
metal arm, and if I
Yes.
found out some lady finds my metal arm sexy, it's gonna bug me out. I'm be like, stop sexualizing my metal arm. Right? Stop, stop, stop. Yo, I lost my
Oh my
arm in a
goodness.
terrible losing arm accident, and
No,
you're over
literally,
here.
it's all about the badass look. First of all, between me and her, I'm always the one attracted to the villains. Typically, if you a badass, you automatically hot. It's that stereotype that people love to make fun of women for. That we automatically are drawn to badasses. It's something about the confidence.
I'm the wholesome one.
Yeah, wholesome my ass. It's something about the confidence, and it's about the way you carry yourself. And even with a metal arm, this man still has all the fucking swag in the world, and he gives no fucks.
Oh
Like he
god,
don't
he's
care
so
what
hot.
you think, and that's what makes it so like, damn, okay, maybe he is kind of hot.
Can I just have Sebastian Stan, please?
I heard he wants to be Luke.
He doesn't. He doesn't necessarily. Okay, so it's a fan thing. People are like, "Hey, he looks exactly like if you look at a picture of him wearing the same clothes as Luke or as Mark Hamill as Luke, when from I think it's from it. I don't know, from one of the earlier movies.
Yeah,
I think it was from the first one, but either way, if you look at the two side by side, they look almost identical. And
really.
so people were like, yo, if you want to have young Luke, cast Sebastian Stan. Because he looks, I mean, like the eyes, the nose, they're nearly identical. And so it was floating around to Disney. And when he heard it, he was like, sure, of course. Who wouldn't want to be in Star Wars? So, yeah. But can I have him, please?
I don't know. We have to talk to Coin first.
What?
Your
About
boy,
what?
your
Oh
boyfriend,
Do I
no, we're
need to
not
buy
going
him or
back to that
something?
again, are we?
bro. He was, bro. Jackie, you didn't hear Coin today confess his love about you.
She
Okay,
couldn't
so
hear the
Battlestar's
audio.
dead. And I know, because you guys didn't have audio or video. I was just looking at a black screen.
Oh nah, he told the show. He was like, "Yo, I fell in love." He's like, "Yo, Cinematic Adventures is the place to be." He was like, "I found the love of my life,
Oh my
and
goodness.
she's an amazing girl." And I'm not gonna lie, I told him straight up from like
God.
100% real. I'm happy for y'all. I was like,
Oh
"Yo,
my
I
god.
give I give y'all the." I was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I support this way more than the other guy,
What other guy?
the wrestling dude."
What about what?
Oh no, never mind. Keep on going. Keep on going.
So
I don't even
Battlestar
know what's
died.
happening now.
Yeah, of course.
Battlestar, back to Battlestar died.
So Battlestar died, right? They did my
Wait, hold
man
on.
dirty.
What did you fools do?
No, 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 no. We didn't do
So
anything. We'll talk about it later, Jackie.
Battlestar died, right? They did my dude dirty.
How is it no matter who my co-hosts are, I never have any damn
And
control over this stupid ass show?
I kind of don't feel. I don't know. Like I said, like how they kind of killed him was like kind of vicious, and I was like, yo, like damn, bro, like he just wanted to get pussy. Like he just wanted to live the life, bro. Why do you have to die like that? Like
I'll
it
let
got
you know
me
this is a
so.
good Christian show. Okay.
No, it is not. We're talking about a bunch of killers. One dude was a Nazi fucking missile that used to come
It was
back.
a Nazi missile. He was a
Like,
And
Nazi
I would let
boomerang. What do you
him
mean?
wreck me.
oh my
What?
god!
Oh
Oh
What?
my
What?
god!
my
Yo, metal arm rip and all, Jackie. Would you let that metal arm go inside you?
Yo, can we stop? I don't want to
See,
think about my sister this
Would
way.
you let the arm
Fast
break through
forward.
your brick wall? That's all I want to
Fast forward.
know.
I don't want to think about my sister this way. Can we fast forward?
No, yeah. Anyway, like yo, how they did him was wild, crazy. Like they could have just punched his heart.
this went from rated R to X. This is NC-17 now. I never
They
understood that. NC-17 is technically younger than R. That doesn't make sense. Anywho.
they could have fucking punched him in the chest, made his heart stop, or some shit. Like nah, bro, they like threw him to death.
Okay, so there is some speculation in the interwebs that
Nah,
he may
he's
not be
dead.
dead.
Nah,
I
he's
didn't
I
even
dead.
don't think
finish
he's dead.
saying it
Nah,
yet.
nah,
Holy
he's
I
shit.
dead.
don't think he's dead.
Nah, he's dead. You
Cinnamon
didn't. Y'all
Sorceress
didn't
doesn't
see
think
how
he's
he
dead.
died. You didn't
No, no,
see
no,
how
no,
he
no.
got
We did.
plugged.
No,
Elias, I'm
but
telling you, I don't think
here's the
he's
thing.
dead. And
The
I
Oh,
thought
reason
this without
why
looking online.
the reason why is because of that extra scene when they went back to show him.
For no
So okay,
reason.
yeah. So here's the deal. Okay, so after this happens, Captain Shitstain goes berserk. And I mean like loses his shit.
yo, like
Rage plus
And
serum equals bad walker. Please continue.
right. So so of course Bucky and Sam are just kind of like it, so when it happens, because like it happened really fast, but then the moment it does happen, like he runs over to Battlestar and does the whole test thing to feel like, you know, the his puts his finger on his, you know, carotid artery to see if he can feel a pulse. He doesn't feel a pulse, and he like picks up his head and looks at it, and he, you know, drops it, his head flops down, and so it's like that looks kind of dead. And then, you know, shit is lost. And everybody at this point, like literally nobody has moved because everybody's just standing watching. And the minute he realizes that that happened, that's when all the super soldiers were like, "Okay, time to jet because this dude's jacked. Like he's on the juice, and we just killed his boy, so we should probably not be here." So they all book, and now he's all jacked up on his roid rage, and he runs really fast, and he catches one of them. He catches Nico. Now he beats the shit out of Nico, but Nico like gets free for a minute and runs to these steps, and then he catches up with him again, and he beats the shit out of him using the shield. And then he takes the shield. Now, mind you, Nico is the one who said he looked up to Captain America, Steve Rogers, the real one, when he was a boy.
The irony of
And
all of this.
he takes, God damn it, Steve's shield. The one that that's not the one that Tony Stark made. Let's face it. It's not the same one because that one was destroyed in Endgame. So this is a different one. But anyway, either way, it's still Steve's shield. He takes Steve's shield, the one that was passed down to Sam, and he raises it up Civil War style. Only in Civil War, when Steve brings the shield down, he puts it on Tony's arc reactor to stop Tony from being able to do anything. And in this case, he raises the shield and he brings it down. Now, meanwhile, as this is happening, he's saying, you know, Nico's saying, I didn't do it. I didn't do it because he didn't do it. He's not the one who killed her. It was Carly. And so he's here, you know, and you know, while all of this is happening, tons of people, because he's like in like the public square now. So tons of people have their cell phones out and they're filming this. And he raises the shield and brings it down, and all you see is the hand go flat. He most likely decapitated him with the shield. And when he raises the shield up and puts it on his arm, there is blood at the bottom of Steve Rogers' shield. There has never been blood on that shield before. And now there is blood on that shield. And Sam and Bucky are like, what the fuck? Like they run up and they see it. And the reason why the episode is called The World is Watching is because several people have taken video of this. From him chasing the Flag Smasher to the Flag Smasher putting his hands up, he is unarmed, putting his hands up and saying, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. And him saying, I don't care. And he murders him in cold blood with the world watching. And then he puts on the bloody shield. He's not Captain America anymore. So then after that scene, the next thing we see is we go back to Battlestar one last time. And because they did that, that is what makes people think that maybe he's not dead. Like, you just murdered someone in cold blood, and maybe it was for not the right reason. Like, maybe he's not dead. Some people think that I think, was it you that thinks that they gave Homeboy some serum?
One of my theories was that they gave him serum. That the
Flag Smashers? I don't think they did.
The only thing that doesn't add up is why would they use him with serum? Why wouldn't they try to just give it to Sam instead?
exactly. If they were gonna do that to anybody, it would have been Sam. But I don't think that they gave him serum. But yeah,
Somebody did
either way.
something, man. He's not dead. I'm telling you that you don't pan back to a dead man in the middle of all of this for no reason. There's nobody left in the building. It's just a dead man.
Yeah.
So there's some sort of significance behind it.
Did we count all the vials that Zemo
But
broke?
yes,
This
I
fool
did.
counted. She went back to that scene 4 times and recounted 1, 2, 3,
There's
4, all the way up.
only-
She's like, okay, there's 8.
There's only 8 smashed vials. So shithead took 1. That makes 9. But there was a total of 12 vials.
Yes.
No, 20.
No,
No.
there
Oh
were
yeah,
12.
minus 8. Minus
Yeah.
8, yeah. So
Yeah.
that means.
But I did. I sat there and I was like, let me count, because each vial had a metal end on each end. So for each vial, that means there's going to be 2 ends. I counted and I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's only 16, Jackie. That's 8. Nope, there's only 16. That's 8. Okay, it's still on my screen 30 minutes later, and I'm looking at it and
She
I'm going,
kept
really
rewinding,
is
like, nope,
16.
still, I did it again. There's 8. There's just 8. They're
there's
missing
vials
vials.
unaccounted for.
Yeah. So, who knows? There could still be some superheroes out there, some super soldiers. You never know. Anywho, thus ends the episode The World is Watching. And I think that he's going to lose the mantle of Captain America. Duh. He might become US agent, or he might become inmate 5010, like 11 or some shit.
You act like he's going to go willingly. He thinks he's doing everything right. He's not going to go, hi, this is America. How many people have been killed by cops, and the cops didn't never take blame for it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are noticing, like on TikTok. They were like, wow, they said that, Disney said they were going to go racial, and they did. They had a cop kill an innocent man.
They had Law sit there and kill an innocent man who was not only just an innocent man, he was a minority and he was a refugee. Live on camera for everyone to record, with the man saying multiple times, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Sound like something else that's currently got a trial going on, where a man kept on saying, I can't breathe, and we killed him anyways?
Not to mention, talking jurisdiction, he doesn't have jurisdiction. Because remember, he went off book to go follow Zemo and Bucky and Falcon.
America will do what American does and spin the situation. Yeah, I'm waiting to see what they're going to do.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to spin that situation, though, because, again, everybody caught all of it on footage.
Oh, that's okay. We caught
especially
all of them.
if
it's still getting spun.
Especially if Battlestar lives.
We caught a lot of shit of 9/11 on footage, and people still think that it was, Iraq.
Literally nobody who thought it was Iraq. They didn't. They
leave it alone.
Nothing to do with it.
But no, they're gonna, if they're going to do it like we're doing in America already, if they're gonna make it to the point where like they're clearly playing some of the realistic cards that we're dealing with in real life, they're going to find a way to spin it. George Floyd was recorded from multiple angles. You could hear on the videos this man saying, I can't breathe and everything else. And yet what happened? They spun it, and they're trying to play that the cop was in the right and that George Floyd was, basically in the end got what he deserved.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna say about this dude, bro. They're gonna say, oh, he didn't kill an innocent person. They killed a terrorist. This dude's a flag smasher. He's a bad guy. He was doing the right
Everything
thing.
gets spun. So they're going to spin it. He's not going to lose his title.
Yeah, they're going to be like, oh, Captain America killed Ultron. They had to kill Thanos, right? Well, he had to kill him.
Actually, Captain America didn't kill Ultron. But Captain America also didn't kill Thanos. Captain America never killed any of the big villains.
Captain America hasn't killed anybody, really.
He did. He's killed people in battle, but like that was literally in war. Outside of war, he's killed robots. If you ever notice, he's killed like robots and aliens. Yeah. He's not killed actual people. The only time Steve Rogers killed people was literally in war, and I'm not talking like, Thanos, because when he was dealing with Thanos again, he was killing aliens. He hasn't killed humans unless he was in war. So next week. There is supposed to be, you guys ready to turn this into WandaVision?
Ruh-roh.
Ready? There's going to
Yeah.
be a big cameo next week, and it's supposed to make us cry. Yeah.
Oh my God, Gambit.
This
I
is just like,
fucking
so with Elias it's Gambit, with Sean it's Doctor Doom. I can't mention Doctor Doom around Sean, and just nobody ever mentioned Gambit around Elias.
bro. Imagine he shows up, bro. Imagine he's
Okay, Gambit is not coming in. It's
okay.
not gonna be Gambit.
Okay. Look, listen, look. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Oh, here
Picture
we
this
go.
scenario.
Oh shit.
They need to find Carrie. They don't know what to do. So Bucky's like, "Yo, I know a guy. Why haven't you brought him up before? I hate this guy.
This
This
is
guy's a
not Ant-Man.
this guy's a loose cannon." And then
Oh
they
boy.
go, and then they go to some fucking casino in Vegas, and then they go to a poker table or a blackjack table, and they see Remy, and then he's just there. He's some French dude. I don't know. I don't know a French actor, but a French guy just starts
He's not
talking.
French.
Really, with a name Remy LeBeau, that's a French name.
No. You actually missed your own opportunity to actually connect Sam and Gambit. He's Cajun. He's from Louisiana, just like Sam.
Yeah,
That's why
but
he had that thick accent in the cartoon. He's from the South.
that's so weird because with a name LeBeau, that's French.
Yes. Do you know what Cajun is?
No.
No, of course not.
Dude, I don't know. What did you expect me to say? I don't-
Cajun is, it's like the Southern French. Like, because we got Louisiana, we purchased it from the French. So a lot of people in Louisiana specifically have like French background. So basically, people living in
Oh,
Louisiana are like the descendants of the French and slaves.
I
And you put
wonder.
that together, and that's Cajun.
Yeah, I wonder if I have family in Louisiana. That's pretty cool. No, I
I
didn't know
don't know.
that. Oh,
But
that's
yeah,
pretty
if you
cool.
were gonna, you actually could tie Sam with Remy if they met in Louisiana
All
because they're
right,
both from
boom.
there.
There you go. Boom. There you go. There you go. They meet up. Oh yeah, we grew up together. Blah blah blah. Gambit's now there, and then peep this. You know who dies? Red Wing. He finally
Red
died.
Wing already died,
He
genius.
didn't die yet. No, because we didn't.
Yes, he
Sam
did.
was.
Carly smashed him in the second
Oh
episode.
yeah. Oh, I don't know
Remember,
why we're
Bucky
gonna
was
cry.
like, "I've always wanted to do that."
I don't know why we're gonna
Yeah.
cry, but I know Gambit's coming the next episode.
Okay, it's still not gonna be Gambit. Anywho,
Or Robert Downey Jr.
I don't think so.
That make us cry, even though I don't think they can afford to put
You know who I think it's gonna be?
who.
That's gonna be a
Steve.
cameo from somebody who's dead in real life.
Oh, T'Challa.
Yep.
Fuck.
I think he probably shot it before
Yeah.
he died.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be a surprise cameo. That's what I think.
Damn, I kind of don't want to watch it now.
Well, still watch it because you don't know for sure. Either that or it could
I'm gonna
be
let
Chris
you
Evans
watch
coming
it.
back as Steve Rogers.
I'm gonna let you watch it, and if you tell me it's this is what you're gonna tell me. You're gonna tell me it's Chris Evans
Hey,
or it's not Chris
pass
Evans.
out. You throw out Black Panther.
Why?
It says in an interview, Spellman had shut down the possibility that would be an Avenger that we had previously met in the MCU. So you can toss aside your hopes of Black Panther or a Black Widow character popping up. He described the episode 5 cameo as a grounded character who would make a nice contrast to world shakers like Thor and Captain America.
Gambit.
Sake.
Bro, come on, bro. How? Yo, they're just all they gotta do is basically draw a picture of Remy LeBeau and basically post it on Twitter, bro. They're talking about.
Do you have him tattooed on you somewhere?
No,
Because I
but
feel
I'm
like
just
you do.
saying, like, bro, like, who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Tell me who else.
I feel like the only characters you know from Marvel are Tony Stark and Gambit.
And Kong the Conqueror.
All right, so it says They can confirm that this surprise character is not one that we've seen in the MCU before, and not one who is primed to appear in an upcoming film. However, we have learned it is an existing Marvel Comics character who is played by a well known performer, and this guest star must have knocked it out of the park for Spellman to hype up this coming episode so much.
Oh,
Don't you dare.
nah, I was gonna say Blade.
That actually could be.
Right?
I was waiting for him to be like, oh, Gambit.
That's why I cut him off too fast. I was like, stop.
She was like, I swear to fucking God, I will turn this podcast around and we will go home. Like, yo, Blade. Why not? I think that'll be wild dope.
All right. Speaking of, we're entering the home stretch. We're in the last 2 minutes. So,
Luke Cage, Daredevil, Punisher.
No, they said it's not. She said it's somebody that isn't in the MCU. So those characters are all in there.
We haven't seen the MCU before.
Ted Hicks said he heard it's a female character.
Oh my
god.
Oh, thank God it's not that Jessica Jones bitch.
So yes, we will leave you speculating and pondering until next time when we actually know. AC Facey, the Cinnamon Sorceress. Is there anything you would like to plug? Don't say your ears.
Damn. Where went that idea? Shit.
Or your belly button.
Who? Never mind. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know who plugs the belly button. With that being said, we're gonna let the Sage Elias, the Dot King, the whatever the fuck you want to call him today. We're going to let him do all the plugs because, being that he's the producer for that network, he can do all that jazz. So, no, I ain't got shit.
Okay, Dot King, a.k.a. Sage Elias, a.k.a. Charming Misfit.
All right, real quick. Thank you guys for showing up. Big shout out to the VOP USA Network for having us on their platform. Big shout out to VOP USA Radio for, again, having us on. Big shout out to Big Brother Dan for doing the thing. Shout out to Wolfie. Shout out to Jackie. Shout out to Ace. Shout out to Carrie. Shout out to the Maestro. Shout out to Truly. Shout out to those wrestling dudes that have a rate technical problem.
Are you accepting a rap award?
No. Shout out to...
What the fuck?
He didn't start off with his mama, so no.
Shout out to all my fans. I just want to make a quick shout out to all my fans out there. All 12.
Okay, I'm about to meet your ass.
Nah, there's nothing else. Once again, guys, I talked about this on Coincidentally about the GoFundMe that we're gonna start very soon whenever Ace does it.
We're gonna start when she does it.
VOP USA Compound. VOP Operation Compound. Basically trying to fund $40,000 so we can create a space, an actual physical space where we can just be free. We don't have to worry about racism, judgmental things. We can build on our own land. We can build on our own property, start our own business, not having to worry about nothing else. GoFundMe.com. Don't go there yet. It's going to be up there soon. That's it.
Okay, you've gone like a full minute.
All right. I'm glad.
Okay.
I'm glad. And Gambit. Don't forget to hit up Marvel. Tell them to put Gambit on the show. All right.
So, thank you for everybody showing up. Thank you, Thomas and Ted, for coming back. And thanks for all the other people who showed. You can check me out, cinematicadventurespodcast.com, or you can check me out on any of the social media. Just search for Cinematic Adventures Podcast. You can also listen to my podcast where my co-hosts Doug, Sean, and Vince, and other people show up and we talk movies and series, and it's hella fun. Thank you guys for being here. Y'all the real ones.